right. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. Well, welcome back to another episode review with Scuba and I. Getting our episode 7 of The Mandalorian.
Episode 7.
The Reckoning. So this will be interesting. Let's kind of recap. This is, if you haven't seen the episode yet, spoilers are abound. Go watch the episode, come back.
Open up the floodgates.
If you want to like this and you want to see some of the other reviews we've done, there'll be a card that'll take you to the playlist with all the other Mandalorian episodes that we've done. So with that, 3, 2, 1, spoilers, and now
Ding. Fries are done. Ding. Fries are done.
Yep. So, we had a great episode with episode 6.
Yeah, it was my favorite.
It was your favorite.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of cameos or whatever. And then we go into episode 7, and this is where it feels like things are definitely coming to a head.
Yes, this one, it actually brings the story back from being... The last few episodes were episodic. He was on the run, so it felt like it was just
a day in the life of him.
Yeah, so it was an episode of the week. So, like the trend of the outline has been playing like a Western. Like the last 3 episodes were a Western at fault. With, like, you've seen old school Westerns, there's episode of the week, and then eventually it comes back to the story, which this one did.
Yes. So, it starts off with, I can't even remember the character's name.
Grief Karga?
Yeah. Grief Karga sitting there calling him and saying, hey, he wants to make peace and whatever, and then it's like, you kind of see him debate it.
Oh, yeah.
And then start rounding up the party.
Yeah, he's like, well, if I'm going to go back and probably get stabbed in the back, let me go ahead and bring everybody I know I can trust.
Yeah, so it was nice because we get to see all see them all come back. So it's like very well done. It's like each one, and even the droid from the first episode.
Yeah, and what they did with the droid, how they he makeshifted him into being a helper bot, but still have the strength of a killer, was pretty much a good oxymoron to his own palpability to this episode.
Yeah, and we finally get the Ugnaughts' name.
We do.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's Quinn.
Yes.
Quill.
Quill.
So it's like, get to see all this, and, I thought it was really cool. And we finally see the whole, we see what Baby Yoda can actually do.
Oh, yeah, because it looked like he definitely, Baby Yoda does go hard. And he went hard, especially because he thought his father figure was being hurt.
Choking the drop trooper.
Oh my god.
And then it's like...
Don't mess with Baby Yoda's father.
And then on the whole trek across the lava flats, those like proto-Drake creatures attacking.
I actually enjoyed that because it came out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was because at that time, it was just going beat by beat the episode, and it just side turned and threw everything in a havoc.
Oh, yeah, he's like, what's the worst that could happen? Or what could go wrong?
Here come the dragons.
It's like, oh, wow. And then he's sitting there, he's like, he's trying to eat me.
Oh, yes.
And then we get into the town.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I love that whole gag of, you said there will only be 4. There are more than 4.
A heck of a lot more.
What could I do? And then of course, I really think it's the payoff where it's like, don't think me rude, let me take this call. And all of a sudden, it just like...
Oh, yeah. And that the final part of the episode, it does build up to a lot of really, really strong, tense moments. And then near the very end, when it just comes out of nowhere, like the client wasn't the true villain.
No, and I love how it's also, if you paid attention subtly, it was like the stormtroopers that he had on his garrison in town.
Yeah.
They all looked weathered. The stormtroopers that were coming with the Moff.
Yeah.
They were like pristine.
They were pristine, legit, and true elites of the stormtroopers.
So it's like, I don't know. Something about that seems a little sketchy.
A little bit.
So, but yeah, and then of course, Baby Yoda's saving Grief, and then Grief sitting there going, "Look, I can't betray you guys."
Yeah.
Let's you kind of. It's like all of a sudden everything is like, okay.
Yeah, he sees the truth. He sees that this thing is more than just an
And what about
item for
that?
sale.
And what about that heartstring moment?
The heartstring moment. Are you talking about the tail end of the episode?
Tail end where it's like Quill has been sent back. He's trying to rush back. You see him going. All of a sudden, that last scene is like, the speeder bike guy grabs up the Baby Yoda, and Quill looks like he's dead.
It looks like he's met the end.
And it's like, okay.
It was a perfect kind of cliffhanger, though.
Oh, I was so mad. I was like, why do I have to wait a week?
Why? Well, a little bit more than a week.
Oh yeah, a little bit more, because that episode came out on the Wednesday before Rise of Skywalker.
Yes. So, but yeah, what the last the first half of the episode was much of just a build up. You know, you have the Mandalorian's crew going to go against the client's crew and stormtroopers, and then once he arrives, and then Grief decides to join the club, you come to find out there's more than meets the eye.
Yes.
And here comes Moff Gideon and his crew, and they were the true villains, the true people that want that Baby Yoda.
All right, so yeah, and well, that pretty much leaves in because we don't want to roll into 8.
Oh no, we're not.
You know, we gotta fit. I think we got this one pretty much nailed.
Yeah.
Because it was fast paced, but it was also like kind of a collection of the party.
Yes.
Coming together, and it's like
it's bringing all these threads together, but also what it did is like with the certain deaths, especially to the client and his group, it means no one's safe, which I like.
Oh yeah,
it pulled a Game of Thrones style where like no one's safe.
No one's safe. Who you think is? It's like, oh yeah, he answered to somebody else, and
yeah.
You can almost tell the guy on the other end who turns out to be Moff Gideon is just like,
oh yeah, he is not playing.
No. I thought that was really good, and really kind of a good villain type entrance.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm glad they saved that till these last 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's very poignant. Like there's a purpose to why that he's left for the end.
Mm-hmm. So any special notes as far as our director and whatnot?
It's Deborah Chow returns back to direct this episode, which she directed episode 3, and also she's going to be the one doing the showrunner for the Obi-Wan series. So with the 2 episodes, you get a kind of feeling of what you to expect for the Obi-Wan series, and this is Jon Favreau returning back to writing duties.
Yeah, so it looks like he wrote most of these. So with that, stay tuned for our episode 8 review. And if you like this, hit the little subscribe, hit the bell, check out the other stuff we have. We have our podcast episodes up here, plus some other shows here for 2020. So thank you for checking us out, and stay tuned for the next one.
Peace.